Yeah, well, the ones there and the ones they have in back, those are more to best by remaining hidden and out of sight for
Yeah.
your protection.
They got all blacked out vehicles.
Yep.
When I came here last time, you see that little path up there?
Mm.
That's the path I came down. For
Yeah.
some reason, it took me that way.
Yeah.
And there was cars parked there. When I was coming this way, dude, one of the dudes like pulled up. Looked like he was stashing something he shouldn't have been in there. And then took off. I'm like, what are you doing to that vehicle, dude? Dropping stuff off for your buddy after? But they got police trucks too. They use the truck.
I don't know if they use that really. That has classic plates. I don't know what use that could even serve. Pickup on that can't be much.
What is this silver one? That's a municipal vehicle?
Yeah, I think that's like the mayor's car.
It's so pathetic. I went to Parole today. You know how many cars they have there? Vehicles of ours? At least 15. You know how many are there after 4 o'clock? None.
Yeah.
Why are they taking home these vehicles? Sounds like everybody else. Right?
Right.
I don't know if I got good service. That's why I did the other camera, because it don't work. Yeah, we're good.
Hi. I was wondering if you had a public records form or request form. Yeah. Thank you.
Did they initiate an IA investigation?
Could you just verify your grotto badge number is 142?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You would have to just fill out this information, and then it goes to records. There's a gray clipboard on the wall right here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay.
Did they do an IA investigation?
Yeah, I mean, it says it takes 60 days.
Yeah, you know how long mine's still going on in Norwich, and it's been over a year.
Today's what, the 29th?
Yeah, mine's still going on in Norwich from when they attacked me last January.
Email the Captain Patricia, the CC it to Detective Winkleman and the DA because he wrote my complaint as I did appreciate the conduct and verbiage. I had to set straight for the record what I signed and had photocopied.
What?
Please let it know I did not appreciate the conduct and verbiage.
They'll
Why
try
would I
that.
come and write a complaint for something I appreciated?
Well, yeah, would that be an accommodation, not a complaint?
Right?
What up, John? We're at Groton PD now, with Corruption Exposed, filing a FOIA. What up, Jody? They do that stuff all the time. Well, it's like Game Buster in Groton when they showed up at his house because the neighbor or one of the dudes in the other room at his place called. He never called the crime. He just called to complain. They showed up. They threatened him. They were going to arrest him, forced him to ID, and then when he went to complain, the manager at New Britain Police Department gave him the runaround for 20 minutes about how, well, if it's a Terry stop, they don't even know what a Terry stop is. How is that a Terry stop without a crime? You know what I mean? It's literally what Nazis do. They run up and they want your ID, your papers. Give me your papers. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even know. It's the same thing they did in my case. Oh, well, if it's a Terry stop, it's not a Terry stop. Like, it's not. But so this is their tiny police department. Oh, they got free gun locks, even though they don't like giving guns out or permits. Drug deactivation system. You could just flush them. You know what I mean? What do you need all that stuff for? But all this stuff. You know what's weird though? Is I think Plainfield is the only one. Why do none of these departments, it's the law that they're supposed to have their complaints accessible to the public, except you can't go into any department and get a complaint without talking to them, usually without talking to a manager. It's also supposed to be online, which I think it was the UCLA, they did a report on it a few years ago, and they said it was something like 85% of departments in Connecticut didn't have it, but it's a law. It's also supposed to be available at another municipality another building in the municipality. Most departments don't have that either. So the only way you can get a complaint form is to come in here and ask them and deal with them. Usually get a manager to come out and give you some whiny rundown. Parking tickets payments must be made with clerk, or must be made with cash, check, money order. No loose change will be accepted. So now they're telling you how you have to pay. So if you have change, you can't pay with it. Isn't change legal tender? I think I need a parking ticket here. But you always got to speak with someone. Always. It's funny how they made all these laws, and just like when the police accountability bill came out, all these people were so upset. All the police were so mad about it, and I don't get why, because they don't follow it. They put all these right laws into effect, except for they're not enforced. No searches without probable cause. No consent searches unless the consent is caught on video or in written statement, which they don't do. And guess what happens when they don't follow any of them? Laurel, you know. They literally don't follow any of them. And what happens when they don't follow them? Absolutely nothing. They don't get in trouble. Court doesn't even acknowledge that they
Let me
broke the
know if
law.
that's satisfactory. Just looking for like 1 or 2 pages, just detailing what a Groton has done to get narcotics off the street.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to records, so if they need anything, they'll give you a call
I
at
think
this
this
number.
is your time.
0-867-8403, okay?
That's right, and they should have my email on file, but I wrote it again in case it wasn't legible.
Okay,
Oh,
alright. Thank you, sir.
thank you.
And you know you're supposed to, you can come in and inspect those records the same day. You know that, right?
Yeah,
If you want it, I mean, not right now because they're probably getting out, but you could come in here and if they have the records, they're supposed, no department follows that either. But
I mean, I'm calling major bluff. I don't believe that our Groton has done anything to get.
you wanna walk
narcotics
around
off
the building
street.
real quick?
Yeah, let's take a look at the thin blue line of tyranny.
Oh, they have it
They
here?
have the gang flag right up
I
front,
forgot.
proudly displayed.
Oh, everybody, look you guys are gonna love this. We actually need to get this, we should go ask to get this removed.
Right?
No, we should. I'm not even joking. Why won't whatever town,
Right under our real flag, they put a
where,
desecrated
in the
flag.
mayor's office?
Yeah.
That's the mayor's office?
Well, this kind of takes you to City Hall.
Well, that's where we're
Groton
going.
gets into the East Thames Valley.
No, we're not. I'm not accepting that. Look at that, guys. They're literally flying a gang flag, a desecrated American flag, at the town hall of Groton. I was here a few weeks ago, dude, and I didn't even catch that.
Above is we the people, below is they the system.
Yeah. Who else in the Connecticut can fly a gang flag? I didn't put any of the information in the description, but if somebody will, one of my mods, grab the phone number and the information for the Groton Town Hall. And if anybody doesn't agree with this nasty, disgusting gang flag, call them and let them know. We need this removed. They take them down in other towns. I don't know why the hell they would have that here. That actually upsets me. When that state trooper died last year, there was a big blowout because they would not let him fly that flag.
This is what I was trying to document.
Oh yeah.
Benedict Arnold, he was the traitor where they fought at the Groton Monument.
Yep.
Our Grotowics proved that we did not defeat the monarchy.
No.
They took a picture of what's alive and living and put it right here as artwork.
Where do we talk to somebody from the town about that flag? Who would we talk? Where would it be in here?
Okay, that's utilities.
No, we don't want utilities. We don't want the auditorium.
Probably more to
This way?
Yeah.
You had a big auditorium. What's going on in there?
That's where they do voting and elections.
Can we go in there and speak?
Driver's side bottom corner there.
Lower left.
Okay, thank
We'll
you.
just do it.
Very much. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm alright. I'm wondering how do we get this gang flag removed from our pole out here?
Gang flag?
Yeah, there's a desecrated American flag flying under our American flag, and that's not acceptable. So I'd like to know who we have to, is the mayor around,
I don't believe the mayor is here right now.
do you know when
That'd
he'll
be
be
Keith
here?
Hedricks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know when he'll be in?
He should be in the morning.
What time?
I would say 8.
What time does he leave?
I'm not positive, but usually probably around 4.
All right, no,
I
that's
caught
fine.
him when I was leaving when I filed that
Did
complaint
you?
against the 4 of them, or the 5
I'd like
of
to.
them.
Where do you file complaints here? If I'd like to file a complaint.
Here, Mayor, I don't know, this gentleman's talking about a flag.
Yeah, we got a
Again,
desecrated gang flag out there under our American flag, and I would like to know who we have to talk to get that removed. So there is a. Yeah, we do. I just saw it. The desecrated American flag.
Our staff knows not to put anything under the American flag.
Somebody did.
There's a thin blue desecration
Yeah,
underneath it.
you can't. That's against the law. It's literally a violation of our law.
That's
Yeah.
that's the police,
That's a.
that's
Yeah,
the
it's a.
department flag, so I'll talk with
We're
the
not allowed to have. That's a literally violation of
That's
the
a
law.
flag desecration.
It's a law.
Okay, I will talk to the mayor in the morning.
Oh,
He's
I'm gonna
not
come
here
talk
right
to him
now.
too.
No,
What's your name?
that will be all done. I'm the director of Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
What's your name?
My name is Mary. I just
Thank
told
you,
you
Mary.
what my title was, and I will
Okay.
see the mayor at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I will let him know, because that was probably put up there by our police department or for something.
Yeah, it's
Well, the
not.
way I see it is the one above represents we the people, all
Well, we're
50
very
states
much aware
from
of
sea to
that. I'm
sea.
very much aware of
That
that.
one below
Is it gonna-
represents they, the system from within. That doesn't unite me or him or you to each other. The one above unites everyone.
They wouldn't even let him fly at the state
Again.
trooper that died last year. They wouldn't allow that.
Again, like I said, when I came out here, we normally don't put anything underneath the American flag. I will talk to the mayor. in the
No, I
morning.
appreciate it. I just
I
wanted to
agree.
bring it to your
Definitely.
attention.
Thank you.
No, thank
Yeah.
you. And if it's not addressed, who do we complain to? How do we?
That would be the mayor,
Okay,
but
so
he'll be informed by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
thank you. I appreciate. We're not trying to be rude.
Yeah,
We just
no,
it's
yeah.
we take our flag
Well,
seriously.
Actually, I appreciate your cordial response.
No,
In
me
all
too.
honesty, I was surprised when you said there was something under the American
Yeah.
flag, because normally we don't put anything under
Well,
it,
I was
'cause-
just here and I didn't
and
even
so-
recollect
yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
it. So
No, I know, so.
it's
well,
it's
that
just
addressed.
and thank you for being professional. It's just we take our flag seriously,
Absolutely.
and that's
Yep.
that's not our flag.
Hey,
So
I'm an elk, I know that.
Ah,
All right.
thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Have a good one.
All right, you're welcome.
So we'll see if Mary gets it removed, and if not, we'll go up the chain ourselves. But I
That's
think,
code term for Freemason.
yeah, but I think we need to, come check tomorrow around 3 or 4 o'clock and see if that goddamn flag is down. See, she said they did it without them even knowing. So what they do? Come over, sneak over here, and put that flag up. What do you guys think about Mary? I mean, she was a little snappy at you. I almost said something to her,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to.
I can't just.
I didn't. Well, I don't want to make it worse. She's actually pretending to help us, so yeah, I don't want to just say why. You know what I mean?
wanna-
I don't like people being rude to people.
They give off the illusion of being friendly and cordial, but
Oh, you want to
don't
finish
wanna
our
give-
walk? We
you-
didn't even.
You don't want to give the illusion of being hostile and confrontation.
No, I mean, if I have, I mean, I do it all the time if I have to, but I don't like to. It's hard. Sometimes it's almost impossible not to. But what do you guys think about that? That is literally disgusting. I can't. Good. I'm glad you pointed that out, dude, because I didn't see it a couple weeks ago. Like, look at it. Just, and you know what? I believe that they didn't even know that it was there. What do you think? Do you think Mary didn't know, or do you think that was just a ploy? To, you know what I mean? Shut us up. Thank you, we got Free Rhode Island now. He said he's coming to Groton tomorrow morning, and I'll file a complaint, and he's also going to check out Willimantic VA. Awful cops laughed at them. Free Rhode Island, if you want somebody to go with you to Willimantic or you need anybody, let me know. I'm always down to go anywhere with anybody. What up, Donnie? We're just out here. We just found this disgusting, disgraceful flag underneath our American flag. And we were here so Corruption Exposed can make a FOIA request. They told him one of these managers is the best drug guy there is and blah, blah, blah. So he wanted to pull the files and see how often this guy's actually out here making narcotics arrests and doing what they're claiming. And I respect it because you gotta, they say whatever they want. It's 90% of the times it's not true. And they do have some cool stuff here, like this anchor. I actually don't mind the department, I guess. I mean, I don't have any issues with these. Well, I do have issues with these cops because they treated him like shit, dude. They literally treated him like crap. Van, don't be coming in here whining about yourself. How are you gonna do that? Oh, let me go in there and tell everybody about how my mommy raised me.
Right.
But, so, I guess, I mean, personally, I haven't had any horrible experiences with the Groton Police Department, but after seeing how they treated him, you know they're garbage. You know that they're not doing anything that they're supposed to be. They're not getting trained like they're supposed to be. They don't even know what they're doing out there. They literally, after the call was over, he went to ask him their name and badge number, and they chased him down.
In my house without a warrant, nonetheless.
Yeah, oh yeah, they went in his house without a warrant. Then they chased him down for asking the name and badge number.
Get away from her, don't pull up on her. So I document, I'm recording. No, I'm not in the road, I'm in the street. A public
You can
easement.
be in the
And
road.
then he still chases me off and gets 2 inches
What's
behind my neck.
why
and yells
can't
at
you
me like
cross?
I'm a
Why can't you
slave.
be in the road if you're not impeding traffic or
How can I
doing?
enter someone's house and not identify?
Yeah, it'd be a home invasion. You'd get 10 to 15 years. That's
I
what
don't
would
see it
happen.
any different.
Home invasions in Connecticut for ever since what was it? You know what I'm talking about? The
Oh,
the
yeah.
parole murders when the parolees broke in that house. Want to cut down this side?
Sure.
But the parolees, what year was it? That was like 2008, 2009? No, it was a little, probably 10 or 11. I don't know. It was around that time, but 2 parolees got out and they broke into a dude's house and they murked his family and his kids and his wife, and they burnt the house down. He ended up surviving, but ever since then, they've been pretty,
Make sure there's no
crackdowns.
trespassing sign.
There wasn't a few weeks ago. So,
None that I can see.
I haven't seen any yet. Yeah, and it's DOT back here, right? I came through here. I was here for a bit a couple weeks ago, but there
My
was just
dad was sharing with me.
nothing going on. So
When he was raising me and he was living in Branford Manor, he went through a DUI checkpoint. The cop was waving at him to ease up so he could go through the checkpoint. And at the last minute, he was freaked out like he was scared like he was gonna get run over. This is like 2002, 2001.
yep.
The cop pulls his gun out on him, has a gun aimed at him, and asks to rifle through his stuff. Not even anything pertaining to a DUI. My dad calls the chief up, makes a complaint. After all is said and done, the chief maintained Groton City, early 90s. You know,
Yep.
that the chief did that the officer did nothing wrong. They did everything they were supposed to.
Listen, they could do.
History of corruption.
They could do even if they have them caught red-handed, like what they did to me in New Britain. I keep bringing that up, but they're caught red-handed. If the cops can't look through that and do an IA investigation and catch what was done wrong, they shouldn't be police. How are you catching crime if you can't catch these I handed you guys a layup. I literally handed you the easiest thing. Oh, their impound's getting less and less. There was more in there a couple weeks ago.
How about that?
But, you know what I mean? If you guys can't get that, and even after the chief admitted that I did nothing wrong and the cops were wrong, he retired and we got the next chief, but the next chief said there was no wrongdoing. And so I said, okay, well, who's above you? Oh, nobody. This is where it ends.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and the mayor won't answer. She is actually like the only mayor ever that actually answered me. And she answered me like once or twice.
You see that logo on that car? That's the Elks logo.
Is it?
I swear they're Freemasons. I can't tell you objectively, but my discernment leans heavily in that direction.
You heard her say it. It's just, what's that what do they use that big ass auditorium for? Is it just for voting and stuff, for meetings?
The only time I used it was last election.
Is that where they do the town hall meetings?
Town Hall, City? I believe so. Yeah, City Hall.
You should come to those meetings, dude, and speak.
Yeah, let's speak at the next one.
We'll
I
get the
got a lot
date.
to say. I
I'll
got
come
a
with you.
Word.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I'm down to go out. Anybody, even people on here. What up? Is anybody? If people want to go out, I'm always down to go out with somebody. As long as I'm not working, and we can make it work. I'm down. So,
I'm
but
gonna get a photograph of this.
this is just it. They got their own little gas station here. You know what I mean? So they could leave it. That car's still over there running. Wipers going. Oh, we got one in this black vehicle. That just started. You see it?
Charging station. Yeah.
That one just started. Where's the EV charging station?
There's one
Oh,
up front.
yeah.
And if I think you can go into the school parking lot, the River Sea, whatever magnet school that opened up.
Yo.
I think you can just plug any electric car into it and charge it for free on the taxpayer's dime. I don't see anything about, and I see people doing
Payment,
it all the
anything?
time.
That's kind of wild. Do they even use this thing? I thought since the police accountability bill said they were supposed to get rid of all their military equipment, but you know what they had at Street Fest the other day was their tank, their armored, big ass armor car.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have that?
Well, if this is for training, I mean, I've seen the same thing in the same spot. Doesn't even look like it's backed off an inch in the last
Mark
year.
your tire. Go get chalk. Mark that tire. Well, chalk won't stay. You need like a
Yeah.
marker or tape.
Something they can cite you on littering for.
Yeah. Well, they got another one here. What's this one? That's the one they. I don't know what they do with that. That
It's
thing's
got
small.
classic plates. You know any modern cars are gonna outrace it.
Well, I'm talking about the thing. This thing. What do they do with that? That looks like a. I don't even want to say. I don't know what you do with that, but it doesn't look like it.
Something that Tom Holman wouldn't appreciate.
Yeah, but why is it sitting here? Why did we pay for that? Yeah, makes no sense.
The only thing I can think that you could use it for is to move people without any observation.
Yeah, or do something to somebody. This is just. And look, you know what I've been noticing too is even Norwich, all these police.
What is this person? This person's a Pfizer contractor?
I don't know, but why don't they have a plate?
No,
That-
'cause I'll tell you what that is. That AP is a Pfizer contractor. So you have a job on the public sector and private sector. That is.
We need to find out.
No, I know because I worked at Pfizer. I did security. E is for Pfizer employee. AP is for Pfizer.
Well, why don't they have a plate?
contractor.
You gotta have a plate. It's the law. If there's a holder, you need a plate. I'd like to know what that's for, though. Why do they have that sticker? What are they doing there?
The autistic in me wants to do a bunch of research into gang signs and affiliates.
Do away.
She said she was an elk. Let me find out that there's nothing more than another sect of the Masonic cult.
I don't know. It's always them. Like, look at, they're the only ones that drive around with tinted plate covers. Like, you know what gets me is when I was growing up, my stepdad was going to be a state trooper.
So was my
Like, he was
grandfather.
literally there, and then somebody kidnapped his dog, or somebody killed his dog, and something happened, and he couldn't be a cop anymore. So, but I was raised like police are supposed to be examples, leaders
Yeah.
of the community. You're supposed to be able to look up to these people.
They
These,
stand out from the average
yeah,
person
especially our state
You have
troopers.
to think of them as mindless cabal of order followers.
Yeah, but that's literally the last thing we get here. We don't get any. If you took a cop if you followed the cop as an example, you're going to be in jail as soon as you're 18.
Oh, yeah,
as soon as you
yeah.
can go to adult jail, they're going to put you in adult jail.
If you follow in their
Yeah,
fellowship.
like literally, that's what happens. They'll put you in jail. Like you go out and commit all these crimes unless you got that costume on. You're not going to be protected.
But here's the thing, though. America is a constitutional republic, and right now, as it's treated, it is literally a banana republic. In a constitutional republic, what's as legal for we the people, is as lawful for as they the government. When the government has more rights and less laws, and we have less rights and more laws, then you have an absolute broken system. You're literally trusting the system to fix itself from within.
Yeah, and
That'll
all
never
they do
happen.
is cover.
Yeah.
They show it on a daily
Boy,
basis.
we almost tripped over the rug.
Even
coming in.
Groton, in my opinion, every fucking cop that was at your house, dude, should be in fucking prison.
You
If
would
we
think
had,
so for at least
if
home
we had
invasion?
sheriffs, if I was a sheriff, I would go arrest every one of them fucking criminals,
Right?
dude. Not just for going in your house, for chasing you down on public property in your house. For A, you're recording them, and B, you want their fucking information because you want to know who just broke into your fucking house.
It's common sense. You were asked to stay at the door. You didn't. You entered anyway. And now that you're going in your car, you're exiting the scene. Now I'm running up on you by asking you to identify. And when I'm proving that I'm not in the road, I'm in a public easement. That's when it's just
You
use
could be in the
violence.
goddamn road anyway. They're all running down the road.
Just use violence.
That's all. That's their answer to everything.
Is literally violence.
And it doesn't matter if they hurt you, kill you. Look at
No,
Jacob
he was
Evans.
gonna. He was. If I didn't have a camera or my wife watching, he was right.
Which one, Chen?
He was right here. I was here.
Thank
Oh,
you. I'm gonna
thank
wait.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How do we find out who put it up? I appreciate you, Mary. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
You are
Mary.
awesome. No, and I appreciate that more than you know. That says a lot. Thank you so much.
As
We-
a man of Jesus, I appreciate you.
We just
too.
take our flag serious, man. You want to wait for it? Or what do you want to do? It's up to you, man.
We'll take him. We'll take him at their word. and
I
come
think
back.
you want to? I
Yeah.
think it would be fucking good to watch him pull that down.
You think so?
You don't think they do?
Okay.
I think that says a lot.
Okay.
But if you want to go, we can go.
I
But
mean,
I just think watching him pull that down, dude, is going to be epic.
I think so too.
I really do. And I think that's worth
she said
waiting
he's
for
on
it.
his way to do it.
Yeah. She said he's at home. He's got to live close.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, and we could talk to him about it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I want punishment for this. You guys can't just go put up any flag you want in front of town. What are you guys, crazy?
I mean, they took their autism ribbon flag down the very day after they did that with me.
Where was that?
This department, Groton City,
Where was the flag?
on their Facebook. It was like one of their profile
It was a-
banners.
Yeah, they know they can't. We gotta take that down because we just did
That's
that
their
yesterday.
boomer compliment echo chamber. That's all their social media pages.
What do you guys think about that, Mayor? I think that, I mean, they're all corrupt, but
You still
honestly,
can't go on Groton City Police Department's page and comment on anything they post.
who?
Groton City.
And
They-
nobody can, or just you?
Nobody can.
Well, it's like Willimantic. They shut their Willimantic. They might have turned it back on finally, but they turned theirs off for years. As the first time they arrested me, they shut their comments off for, who knows,
'Cause I'll tell
2-3 years.
what was I?
Hold on, I'm gonna go grab something out of the car real quick. But what do you guys think about Mary? I think that was cool that she even came back out and told us. Like, she didn't have to do that. Who is the mayor? You know him? You know what the mayor looks like?
Oh yeah, Keith Hedricks.
You've
And then I guess what I really want to talk to him about is why Groton City Police has their comments still taken down.
No, that's actually the person to talk to too. Why can't you have public comment on the public? It's not their page.
This is our page. And you go to comment. There's not a single thing. Wait a minute, one comment and I'm not allowed to? City of Groton Police Department limited who can comment on this post. Why?
Yeah,
I
why?
pay you guys to hold this page.
It does. They're not allowed to choose who can comment, who can't. That's discrimination. Look at some fool walking over there.
Look at this. This is all it is when I say boomer applaud echo chamber.
Tip a cop. Tip a cop.
The only people tuning into this is grandma who knows the cops to be the same cops she knew them to be in the 70s and 80s.
Hold on, let me get that. And I agree, Laura. I mean, I do feel like she was a little snappy at first, but I'm not gonna hold that against her. I don't think it's right to, but she did do her job. You can't complain. And to come back out and tell us, I feel like that says something. You know what I mean? Like that dude did.
Statute in Connecticut that limits the display of a blue line flag in a public municipal area.
I don't think it'd be a statute. It would be a policy.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's him. What is the statute for flag desecration?
It's a federal.
What is the statute for flag desecration?
However, the Supreme Court ruled in Texas v. Johnson that flag burning is a form of protected free speech.
They're not
For
Verda
the
flags.
people.
Yeah, they're not Verda flags.
Can be complex and nuanced.
And the nuance is I'm paying for that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, though. I think that's pretty cool, though. I can't lie.
Right?
Usually you go do stuff like this and you don't get anywhere. To see Mary actually take it serious, you know what I mean? Like,
There's Keith Hedricks right there.
is it?
Yeah.
I want to see him pull this flag down. I'm gonna let you talk.
That's me. How you doing? I'm good. How may I help you? Well, you might remember me. I walked out today, filed a complaint with Groton Police. Yeah. I'm talking about the.
Let's see if he actually does it. Because I'm getting the vibe he doesn't want to do it.
Well, I guess this is unrelated, but this blue line right here.
Yeah, what's your issue with that?
That's a flag desecration.
Not really, but thank you.
No, it is. It's against the law.
It's not against the
It
law.
is.
Please look it up.
We just did.
But we're
And
paying
it
for that,
says,
though.
and it says that you can fly a flag under the United States flag. You can't fly it above it. And
We're
that's
not
a-
talking
that's a
about
police-
that. We're talking
that's
about
a
them
police
putting.
flag.
Yeah, that's a desecration. They took our American flag and they changed it. It's a
Okay.
desecration.
These guys
No,
weren't my
it's
friends
not.
when they invaded
Yes,
my
it
house
is.
when they
All right, so-
invaded
Well, I don't know
So the
that
mayor
anybody
came. They
knows
said he was
that,
going to
but
take
that's
it down, and he's just making up lies, saying
Well,
that it's
Mary
not a
said you were going to take
desecration
it
when it's
down.
I did.
absolutely.
And then I had somebody do research, and it's allowed to be there.
Play the law.
Show me.
I'm going to play it right now.
Sure.
Any
Trying to
changing the
convince
flag
me
is a
Keith Hedricks
desecration.
That the blue line flag is a
You know when the state
As a
trooper
member of
died
the
last year, they
people.
wouldn't let it fly because it's a gang flag?
It's not a gang
Yes, it
flag.
is. Why didn't they let it go then? When the state trooper died, why didn't they let it play?
Okay. Well,
Being a
So-
taxpayer funding the tyrants who invaded
Yeah.
my home and used violence against me as a
We literally waited because they said he was coming here to take it down, and then he came here and he made lies and excuses.
Personal and emotional connection to this issue. Can you tell me more about what happened and how it's affecting your views on law enforcement and the flag?
The American flag unites we the people. The thin blue flag unites they the system from within. That's not freedom or uniting.
You're drawing a distinction between the American flag representing unity among citizens and the black flag.
So everybody knows where to contact. City of Groton. We have a lying mayor trying to justify a gang flag under our American flag. I'd like to say thank you, but you didn't do anything.
I mean, Mary was kind of polite.
No, Mary was cool. Mary agreed. And then this guy shows up and makes up lies. Changing the American flag is a desecration of the flag. It is against the law. He's saying he found some
I
stuff.
want to put a thin yellow line up in honor of the cops who run and piss themselves because they're too cowardice to do what really needs to be done with the people.
Or
So
one,
that
can we
flag
get a
off.
pizza, a flag for pizza delivery guys? Because that's more dangerous than a cop. Can we get that? Or an autism flag?
Oh, I think they done been and tried that one. That might be the reason for that.
No, instead we just get a gang flag that represents division and hate and violence. That's what Groton, Connecticut stands for. Then they lied. Oh, he's going to come take it down. He's going to come take it down. What's his name?
Mayor Keith Hedricks.
Keith Hedricks, Groton, Connecticut.
so here's the deal, gentlemen, and I know you're transmitting this. So I have not lied about anything.
You did lie. That is a desecration of our flag. It is. If you change our flag, it is a desecration.
It's a matter of public perception, I guess, more than
Okay. Well, but who gets to make that perception?
the
You?
taxpayer.
The public.
You get to make
The
that
public,
perception?
yes.
You get to make that perception?
Yes, the people.
No, you're not. You are part of the people. You are not all of the people.
So how many people
So
need to
anyway-
speak up?
So anyway, that flag underneath the American flag.
The gang flag.
represents-
The gang
it's not
flag.
a gang
It is a
flag.
gang flag.
It is not a gang
It is a
flag.
gang
is
flag and it
flag
represents
that
violence.
represents
It
the
represents
police department.
violence and division.
Well, it doesn't.
It does.
So thank you for putting that out, but that's.
I'm just going
misleading.
off of what happened when the
And
state
that's
trooper died
disingenuous.
last year and they wouldn't let it fly at the state trooper's funeral.
Well, you know what? I wasn't there. This is a
Well, I
city
know.
that
Luckily you
was-
weren't there. Luckily you weren't there.
So,
Never there. It's never their department.
He says
Never
that
their
changing the
responsibility.
flag and making it into a gang flag is not a desecration of the flag.
it's not,
Not to
A
the
gang flag,
recipient
but
of
that's
our
good.
hard-earned, money that.
It's a.
we
I mean,
spend
we're
our
going
tax
off
to
of public.
provide to you guys for.
It's not just us, dude. You act like it's just two people here. This is the court of public opinion. More people agree than disagree.
well,
The only people that agree are state people like you who are on the side of the gang.
okay.
Why weren't the cops arrested that broke into his house? Why didn't you guys arrest the cops that broke into his house?
Sorry that you feel the way that
Why
you
weren't the
feel.
cops arrested that broke into his house? They committed a home invasion. Are we gonna get them arrested? There was a home invasion. If you enter somebody's house without a warrant, that's a home invasion. You're not gonna arrest them? Yeah, what about when they chased him off of public property for no reason?
That's the objection I have. I guess.
So this is what we get in Groton, Connecticut. Excuses and lies.
Not my department.
Defending
not my
criminals.
responsibility.
This guy's out here defending criminals in their gang flag. You're a disgrace, Mayor. You're welcome.
Live in my district?
I'm not gonna tell you anything.
Why?
Why would I? You're out here supporting gang members. I know, but I don't support
are
gang
afraid.
members. Oh yeah, I'm shaking. I'm
I
petrified.
can see that you're
I'm so
afraid.
scared of
You're
you. I'm
a
so
warrior
scared.
behind the camera.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
There's nothing that's going to happen here.
I know there's not.
I'm
Are you
here
fool?
To evaluate this.
No, they said you were coming to take it
find
down. That's the only. We were gonna make you look good, and then you just came into yourself look like an idiot, Mayor.
I came
A
to-
criminal. You back criminals.
No, I do not.
You do
Okay?
too. You just said you're not going to get the people arrested that invaded his home without a warrant,
You're defending
and then
the
chased
violence.
him down and abused him on public property for no reason.
Defending Sergeant Chin, who probably
Yep.
used ChatGPT to pass the sergeant's exam.
Yep. This is what you get in Groton, Connecticut.
Called out the
I feel bad for every citizen in this town. This is what you get when you vote for Keith. A guy that supports criminals. Steals tax money to fund criminals and gang flags. Scumbag. So they didn't take the flag down.
No.
But I'll put the information in after. If anybody wants to call the town of Groton and complain, you absolutely have that right. Let them know how you feel about this gang flag, because he seems to think it's only us. And it's kind of pathetic how, and I don't think Mary did it intentionally.
No.
I don't think Mary, I honestly don't. I feel like she didn't want it up there either. But we need to go above him. So, but that's all we're going to get here. My phone's literally about to die. So, I got it all on my 360 camera too. But clearly Keith is a punk, dude. Oh, you're scared. You're scared. Why am I going to tell you anything? Why would I tell your criminal ass anything about me, dude? So you could send your goons after me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, great Connecticut flag. Our great American flag. I don't see how he doesn't understand that that's a desecration of a flag. What do you took our flag and destroyed it to make it your gang flag?
This is, I guarantee you, in 2 days.
No, you know what I'm gonna do tomorrow is come right here with my sign. I'm gonna come stand right out front here.
I got you.
You coming?
I'm coming.
All right.
I'm down.
You gotta get you a sign too. And
I'm glad you, dude. That was a good idea to stay for that.
I know. That's why I wanted to, because I honestly thought he was gonna do it. Mary had me.
I thought so too.
Mary had me believing he was gonna do it, but as soon as he started talking to you, I got the vibe he wasn't gonna do it.
I really walked out, and he was easy. He was so easy to find. He was right there at the curb when I walked out, filing my complaint, where they're afforded the opportunity to investigate themselves and clear their wrongdoing, whereas I don't.
Absolutely,
I or nobody I know has such luxury.
Well, it looks like we have a lot of work to do in Groton. I think honestly we need to start watching these thugs on the street, going to calls, because if they fly a gang flag openly like that,
Use the police scanner, do ride-alongs,
Yeah.
public easement, 25-foot law. Just document what these losers are actually doing with
Yep.
the money, because if they have no problem telling you to your face that you're basically our tax slave, and
yeah, and they're not going to do
We're
anything
not
about
your
it. When the
servant. You
public
are our
speaks
servant.
up, this is what they do.
Yeah.
Nothing. He acts like it's just us. It's definitely way more than 50% of the population feels like that's a gang flag.
oh yeah, no.
So
I
it is
to
what it is.
veterans, boomers.
Me too,
people
dude. I
that
talked
feel
to
the same
I
way.
talked to a veteran yesterday who doesn't have any issues we have, but you know what? He's absolutely disgusted with everything that we have to go
It's
through.
the culture
As
of law enforcement
as
that
fathers
is
in Connecticut, he's fucking pissed about what fathers have. Not because he's going through it, because he's married and stuff, but because of what he sees around him. What they're doing to people about their rights every day.
You have
They're
no
they're
rights as a
pissing off
father.
veterans that didn't even do anything. The only veterans they have are the ones they recruit to do their bidding when they come back.
Oh no, when the veterans are struggling in the street with addiction and domestic issues.
Oh yeah, and they don't
come
do
out just
shit
beat
for
the
them.
teeth out of them
They don't
and
do shit
cover
for
up.
them. They don't do anything for the veterans here.
No.
Nothing. I got a video coming on a veteran dude that they did filthy.
Is this
But-
here in Groton?
No, it was Windsor.
Okay, because Groton City has a bad reputation for treating veterans
Do
like
they?
garbage.
All right, everybody, my phone's about to die. Go check out Corruption Exposed channels. I agree, Mile High. We need to get this flag down. So if anybody feels any type of way, if they don't agree, if they don't, I wouldn't even have stayed if Mary came out and said no, he's not going to do anything.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like I wasted my time staying here because
So
I
did
thought
I, right?
I really thought we were going to get him doing the right thing,
Yeah.
and you could actually highlight. You know what I mean? Look at the town's doing something right, and instead you get.
Said he goes
We
there.
need to come to the meeting.
Yeah, but
That's-
he asked if you're in his district. Like that's gonna like. That
I
means
like.
anything.
I know. Well, no, because you know what they try to do. Oh, if you don't live here, you don't matter. That's what they do.
I live here, and I made it clear I'm the guy who's home.
That's what Tom DeVivo does.
We can drive down the house before that. It's so close.
Tom DeVivo does it, and I live there, and he tries to act like I don't.
I bet you if the
like,
cops, I bet you if our Grotoix and Chin talk down to him the way they talk to me,
So-
like I'm their slave and dog, I bet you he'd think.
if you
entirely
do
different.
call, just tell them you're in the district, because if not, they're not going to take you
Or he'll
seriously.
retaliate and maybe deny government services from you that you're dutifully owed as a taxpayer. Because
Yeah, like they're doing to our veterans.
Apparently, it's an autocracy. You only get services if you agree and pay taxes.
So we're going to bring more light to this. We're going to come down here with some signs, and we'll let them know how we feel. And if anybody else wants to come, you are absolutely welcome. I think the more the merrier. I don't see how Groton, Connecticut is flying a desecrated gang flag underneath our flag.
Is this where they sell beach passes?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. No, absolutely. So
What do they got up there?
they got a desecrated flag underneath our American flag, and it's against the law, but they don't want to abide by it.
I don't have a living veteran who fought for the below flag. Every veteran I know who's of the Price bloodline fought for the flag above.
Well, it's against the law, and
But Keith Hedrick doesn't think so.
Keith Hendrick just does what he wants. So, if you feel some type of way, let him know how you feel, because he thinks it's just us two. Why do people come on and say the dumbest stuff? Are you filming a school? If you went back, you could figure it out. What up, generally specific, Mile High, Flig, Caldwin, Stacy, Chris.
She's going in
I
there
know.
to willfully pay a tax to get access to park somewhere she's already
I
lawfully
know.
entitled to park.
People
I
are
never
idiots.
got a beach pass even when
People
I lived
are
here.
idiots. They're idiots. They're idiots. You got to pay for everything.
You're begging for your own slavery by going in there and getting your beach pass.
Yes,
We
but
pay for that beach. God made that beach.
my phone's about to die. I'm gonna end this. We'll definitely be here probably tomorrow. I'm gonna see if anybody else wants to go. Get in touch with me. I think the more the merrier will be the better. I know a few people who might come, so I think we need to get a whole group out here.
For those tuned, I'm going to solidify that Christ is king of all
Yep,
kings.
and go check out Corruption Exposed channel. Look at what they did to him. Look at what the mayor is backing. He said that's not a home. Them breaking in your house without a warrant is not home invasion.
Him bum rushing me from the street did not violate any form of crime. So I'm standing all the way over here to the officer Agrodowicz. You're going to be standing on a public easement. Get out of the road. Wait, you're not in a road. You're in a public easement. You clarified. Get in the house.
Yeah.
Get in the house now.
Yeah.
Like what
They're
is
crazy.
that? That's what he's defending.
They're not allowed to bully you off public property. It doesn't matter what they say. They're not allowed to. So of course he's defending it. He blows them. He gets out.
I bet you.
You know what I mean? He funnels money to him. He does all sorts of stuff. Clearly, if he's allowing a desecrated gang flag to fly under our American flag, there's some issues here in Groton, Connecticut. But
I have Detective Winkleman on record saying that Officer Agrodowicz, badge number 142 of Groton City Police, is the best he's got at busting narcotics. I just filed a public records request seeking what busts he's made for the year 2025 narcotics related.
yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what he's doing. We
Now,
should pull.
Sergeant Chin, I
You
don't
should
know
pull.
how
You should pull his Sergeant Chen's last 6 arrests or 6.
Sergeant Chin, I want to look up how to find out if he used ChatGPT on his exam or not, because there's no way he got the sergeant knowing as little as he knows.
I don't know how we could do that, but all right, I'm gonna kill this before it dies. So I'll see you guys later. We'll talk to you guys on the next one. Absolutely, hit up this criminal enterprise if you feel any type of way, and I'll see you guys on the next one.